And good morning, YouTube. How you guys doing? Dirk here, TC Blues 45. Well, 11 games on the dock. Now I'm gonna tell you how I did. I went 6-5 for the night. That's not bad. At least I went over 50%. So, um, I'm not too fond of the record, but it's still good for me. All right. We'll get back to my record after I do these games. Once again, 11 games on the dock. Remember, if you haven't come across this video and you happen to like it, let's get those thumbs up going. Sometimes you get that current rod in there. My current rod right over here. It's right here basically. But, okay, so here we go. Starting off with Colorado at Tampa Bay. Entering the matchup, Colorado was 12-9-0 with 24 points. Tampa was 10-7-2 and 22 points. Remember, I went with Tampa, and at the end of 60 minutes, the Tampa Bay Lightning creamed that Colorado Avalanche by a score of 8-2. That's right, 8-2. Yeah. So you guys don't think I'm cheating? I'm not reading off the internet. I'm reading it off the sheet. Shots on goal were the Lightning 33, the Avs 25. The Lightning had 23 saves with the Avs 25. And Tampa went 2 for 2 on the power play with Colorado 0 for 3 on the power play. Let me tell you this. Tampa fired on all cylinders from the get-go. I mean, they went nonstop. And that's why Colorado lost this game. They couldn't handle Tampa. Also, I don't like Colorado because of their owner. Literally. Their owner is nothing, I'm not going to say it, but you know what I mean. And so way to go, Tampa. Thank you for helping us. Next was Washington at Florida. Entering this matchup, Washington was 13-6-1 at 27 points. Florida 12-8-1 at 25 points. And I went with Florida, as you know, but at the end of 60 minutes, the Washington Capitals beat the Florida Panthers by a score of 4-1. Shots on goal, Caps 31, the Panthers 21. The Caps had 20 saves with um, the Panthers 27. Washington went 1 for 4 on the power play with Florida 0 for 4 on the power play. Just like with Tampa, Washington fired on all cylinders from the get-go, and it was a pretty good game. Um, Florida just couldn't handle Washington, so way to go by the Caps, and good go. And even though it was now a shutout, um, Florida did at least get one, so at least they try to put a decent effort in. Next was the Predators at New Jersey. The tournament matchup, Nashville was 7-11-3, and 17 points. The New Jersey Devils 14-2 and 14-7-2 and 30 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the New Jersey Devils beat the Nashville Predators by a score of 5-2. Shots on goal were the Devils 46, the Predators 21. The Devils had 19 saves with the Predators 41. New Jersey was 1 for 2 on the power play with Nashville 0 for 5 on the power play. Just like the others, Nashville was not prepared for the Devils. Devils fired on all cylinders, and that's how they won this game. Um, so I'm 2-1 now. How do I deal with the Blues? I just see I'm wearing the reverse retro. So, did I get a win with this jersey on? Let's find out. The Blues at the Rangers. First game for new coach Montgomery. Blues starting off going into the matchup was 9, 12, and 1 and 19 points. The Rangers were 12, 6, and 1 and 25 points. Remember, I went with the Blues even though they were the underdogs. And at the end of 60 minutes, the St. Louis Blues win by a score of 5-2. Shots on goal, the Blues 43, the Rangers 29. The Blues had 27 saves with the Rangers 33, and both teams were 0 for 3 on the power play. Wow, this was evenly matched after 2 periods. Both teams tied 2-2 going into the third, and the Blues turned on the afterburners. They went full steam in the third, scoring 3 goals and winning the game. Way to go. And the Blues get their 10th win of the season. Way to go. Next game is Wednesday, folks. So for the best. All right, I'm now 3-1. Can I get another one? Let's find out. Next is the Vegas Golden Knights at Philadelphia. Entering the matchup, Vegas was 13, 6, and 2 and 28 points. Philadelphia 9, 10, and 2 and 20 points. Now this game, after 60 minutes, was tied 4-4. No goals in the overtime, so this had to go in a shootout. And I forgot the shootout's tab. It's on here. I got this. Now, all the stuff I do, I forget to write down the shootout stats for this game. Okay. Okay. Oh, here. I'm also got the NHL Network on. I just heard something. Let's check. Alright. Oh, by the way, New Jersey's on a 3-game winning streak, I want you to know. The Rangers are on a 3-game losing streak. Ooh. See, I heard something about Ottawa. Okay. By the way, with that win, Vegas is now on a 3-game winning streak. It's the Flyers. Yeah, so, way to go. Okay, get out of that. All right. By the way, with Vegas win, they're now on a 3-game winning streak. By the way, the results of that shootout were Vegas 1-2. Now, Philadelphia, they had to score on their third attempt. If not, it's over. And they did not. They went 0-3. That's why Vegas got that extra point, and they win by a score of 5-4. Now, the results I give you, the stats I give you, were after overtime. Okay, just know it was after overtime. Shots on goal: the Knights 30, the Flyers 36. The Knights had 32 saves with the Flyers 26. Vegas went 1 for 1 on the power play with the Flyers. Vegas went 0 for 3, 1 for 1 on the power play with Philadelphia 0 for 3 on the power play. This game was evenly matched. Philadelphia scored. Vegas scored. Vegas scored. Philadelphia scored. It was back and forth the whole game. And the Golden Knights got the extra point at the end of the show. So way to go. Next was Dallas at Carolina. Entering the matchup, Dallas was 13-6-0 and 26 points. Carolina 14-5-1 and 29 points. Now I remember I went with Carolina, and at the end of 60 minutes, Carolina beats the Dallas Stars by a score of 6-4. Shots on goal were 34 for the Canes, the Stars 19. The Canes had 15 saves with the Stars 28. Carolina was 2 for 2 on the power play with Dallas 0 for 3 on the power play. Um, boy, this one. This game was pretty evenly matched. Back and forth, just like with Vegas. And Carolina, they scored the extra goal and the go-ahead goal. And, Dallas pulls the goalie, which then they got to try to get it to overtime, and they did not do it. And that's why Carolina got the empty netter, and they win 6-4. Next was Calgary at Ottawa. Entering the matchup, Calgary was 12-6-3 and 27 points. Ottawa 8-11-1 and 17 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, Ottawa beats Calgary by a score of 4-3. Shots on goal were the Sens 29, the Flames 27. The Sens had 24 saves with the Flames 26. Ottawa was 2 for 9 on the power play with Calgary 1 for 2 on the power play. Once again, evenly matched. Both teams were neck and neck, back and forth, and Ottawa just got the go-ahead goal and won. That's how it went. Good going by the Calgary Flames. They did try at least. They played full 60 minutes just like Dallas did, and just didn't happen. Now, by the way, after this game, I'm 5-2. Can I win another game or do I lose another game? We'll find out. Now going to Detroit at the Islanders. Entering this matchup, Detroit 8, 10, and 2 and 18 points. The Islanders 8, 8, and 5 and 21 points. And at the end of 16 minutes, the Detroit Red Wings beat the New York Islanders by a score of 4-2. Shots on goal were the Wings 21, the Isles 29. The Wings had 27 saves with the Isles 17, and both teams were 0 for 3 on the power play. Once again, neck and neck, back and forth, this went. And Islanders pulled the goalie in the third. They want to try to get that go-ahead goal or the tying goal to send it to overtime. try to win. That didn't happen. Detroit scores the empty netter. Um, the Islanders played a full 60 minutes. They did, and they tried their hardest, but couldn't do it. So way to go by Detroit and the Islanders. It was a good game. Next was Winnipeg and Minnesota. Entering the matchup, Winnipeg was 17-4-0 and 34 points, league best. Minnesota 13-3-4 and 30 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Minnesota Wild lose to the Jets 4-1. That's my fourth loss, third in a row. Shots on goal, the Jets 32, the Wild 44. The Jets had 43 saves with the Wild 28. Winnipeg went 1 for 3 on the power play with Minnesota over 2 on the power play. The Jets went firing on all cylinders in this game. Non-stop, flat-out attack, and go for it. And that's why they won. Minnesota, they tried their best. At least it was not a total shutout for them. But you can't win them all though, folks. So, by the way, this is Winnipeg's 18th win after losing a match. They win again. They are now at 36 points. They're still the league best. You never know, folks. I'm telling you, it's a long season. You never know what can happen. Next was Seattle at Anaheim. Entering the matchup, Seattle was 10-10-1 at 6 points. Anaheim 8-8-3 and 19 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Seattle Kraken beat the Anaheim Ducks by a score of 3-2. Shots on goal, Kraken 28, Ducks 23. The Kraken had 21 saves with the Ducks 25. Seattle was 0 for 3 on the power play with Anaheim 0 for 1. What to say about this game? Neck and neck all the way through. Seattle get the go-ahead goal late in the third. Anaheim pulls their goalie, and Anaheim just couldn't pull no muster out, and they lose 3-2. But both teams put a full 60 minutes in, which is great. Way to go by both teams. But Seattle wanted more. They got it. And finally, LA at San Jose. Entering the matchup, LA was 11-7-3 and 25 points. San Jose 6-12-5 and 17 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Los Angeles Kings lose to the San Jose Sharks by a score of 7-2. Shots on goal, Sharks 21, Kings 24. Sharks had 22 saves with the Sharks 14. San Jose was 2 for 6 on the power play with LA 0 for 2 on the power play. Wow. 7th win for the Sharks. Sharks fired on all cylinders. They were ready. They were prepared. They attacked, and that's how they won. LA was just not ready for the Sharks. They thought, oh, we're going to turn into a bunch of guppies, and look what happens. They turned us to queens. And that's what happened. By the way, this was the third meeting between both teams, and their final meetings in March. So, all right, that puts me at 6-5 for tonight, and my overall record. I grab the sheet. Is now at 90, 54, and 10. That put me now at 190 points. If we go by points, also I got 190 points for the season. So that's not too bad, especially for a person who don't post too much. Well, that ought to do it, folks. Once again, tell me how you guys are doing on your records. As you choose your games and you do bet if you do bet. Tell me how you guys are doing. Are you winning? Are you losing? Tell me how you guys are doing. And do you guys use my picks or do you do your own? Or do you do a mix? You do a mix of mine and you do a mix of your own. Tell me how you guys do your um, how you doing on your records and stuff. And remember, folks, I love you guys so much. Thank you very much. Since we reached the end of this video, I want to thank you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, folks, hit that subscribe icon. It's right there. Okay, it's right there. Hit that. And if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, hit the bell icon. Be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay? You don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to hit the bell notification every time I upload a new video. But I like if you guys subscribe. Okay? And as always, folks, thank you very much. And until then, peace.